Good morning, everybody. Good morning, early birds. It's 4 a.m. Eastern Time. It's 10 o'clock in Amsterdam, and I'm just watching AMD right now. There was news on AMD here, so this was post-market. This is what's happening now. It's just 50 cents, but I'm just trying to see what's going on here. I'm not going to chase this one, but there was, of course, news on AMD, and just going to share my screen, guys. There was just some news on AMD and Tesla. AMD will be in the new Teslas in Tesla's period. So this is happening to AMD right now. This is the 1 minute chart. So if you bought it here post markets, 80 cents, then you are now $1 up. There it goes. These are all the traders that were just waiting yesterday on Memorial Day to really trade and to really go for it. And now this is everybody in the world is now thinking, okay, I'm going to buy AMD, buy AMD, buy AMD. So this is happening right now on your screen. AMD moving up. As I said, I'm not chasing these stocks because it's only 2,000 traded now, 2,500, 3,000 in a 1 minute chart. So sometimes I just open these and I'm just going to watch them, watch the fireworks, what's going on in the first minute of pre-market trading. And I really am curious what news like this news from Tesla and AMD will do to a stock. And well, this is what it does. It opens $1 higher almost, and then really tries to get up a little bit more. So this is AMD with no volume whatsoever. So if you want to trade it, you have to be very careful because you might just not be able to sell it. Just 600 shares traded right now in this first 30 seconds. So this is just for educational purposes, guys. Also for me, I just want to see have some screen time sometimes in the first minute to see what stocks are doing. And well, this is what a stock does in the first minute of trading. AMC also to the moon. I see already to the moon. Wow. Now let's see what AMC. Also opening above post-market close. So this was post-market close at 25.63. Now opens $4 higher. Holy grandmother. So you're a happy camper if you bought it here at 25. Everybody's going to the cinemas. Not. So this is AMC after this big day here and this big day here on Thursday and Friday. Also not going to chase this one, but if you want to, you can buy it. But also has the tendency really to go back to where it started. So how is everybody doing? Everybody who lives in America had a day off yesterday. Here in Europe, we did not have a day off, but we had some chance to really do our administration, for example, or lawn do a bit of lawn mowing. And Ramon, good morning. You bought AMD at 78. Okay, that's just great. Stephen, good morning. Blind Trader, good morning. Brittany, good morning. Steven, believing in AMC. Great. How was the market yesterday? There was no market yesterday. It was Memorial Day yesterday. So this is happening now. Let's see what... some big moves now. AMD already having some troubles getting above that 81.16 level. So let's do this. We have, of course, as always, a watch list. And what we also have, and what you can see, I'm just going to show it just for 1 minute. The dog is there sleeping. It's a hot day in the Netherlands. Well, a hot day. It's 18 degrees Celsius already or something. So the dog is the most sensible of us all, and says, I just had my morning walk. I'm now going to sleep. But Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference. So everybody who works at an office or something, you all know that this feeling that someone used your studio or used your space or used your desk, and then they didn't clean up afterwards. Do you know that feeling? So the Benzinga Cannabis guys were here, I think, on Friday or during the weekend or something, and they just did not clean up their studio. So I am stuck again with the Benzinga Cannabis background, and I think, well, he's from Amsterdam, so he doesn't care. And I don't. What are we going to do today? Well, what I want to do is just a little look back on Friday, just because everybody who watched this for the first time is maybe wondering, well, why is he putting in all these levels? What's the use of all these levels? Why do you do that? Is that something that really matters? That's just how I trade, so you don't have to do what I do. But on the show Friday, we said 38.39. This line here will be a level, and a level can be support, and a level can be resistance. Well, it turned out that it was support here at 38.39. So we called that on our morning show 38.39. Then the next level was 38.55, but it took no prisoners here, so just ramped up to 38.85-ish, and then just really this nice move to 39.55-ish, near reversal long. That was just, I don't know if it was the play of the day, but it was how I like to trade and how I make the most of my money, the reversal long. So what you need in a reversal long is something that's called a gap up. There was no gap up here because close and the market close and market open were exactly at the same point. But when you see this happening right here, 1, 2, 3 big candles down, and then right in the level here, and then you buy it here. I bought it earlier because I have a limit order just above this level, and then going in, and then this is the move that you want to see if you're playing a reversal long. What you can also play is the waiting game. So this looks to be a little busy on your screen right now, but this left side this is what I'm looking at if nothing else is happening. So if you Twitter, the Twitter account under this video, then you can just see what I did here. So this is what I'm looking at. It was Friday afternoon here in Amsterdam. The weather was nice. I thought, okay, nothing's gonna really happen, I think. So I'm just gonna sit in the garden and and look at these 4 stocks, and that's about it, because this is Cost, this is NEO, this is BNGO, and this was FEED. And what I do then, I really do this thing that's I set an alert, and if the alert goes off, then I get an email, and if I get an email, then I know something's going on. So mostly I set my alert a little under the levels that I tell you. And VTNR finally produced some of them, performed that day like I wanted to. So this is the other way around, but you also already noticed that. So I was watching this 670, and then it broke above 617, and you could have made just a nice $1 play on a $7 stock. So that was just a waiting game in a garden. But well, a waiting game is a waiting game, and it made me some money. So that's also a possibility how you can play something. Then let's look at the watch lists. Everybody okay here? Thoughts on XPEF? Well, I can share my thoughts. Louis, please take your coffee and then take me serious. Please. I will call out the levels. The levels are support or resistance, and if they are not, then there is no play. And if they are, there is a play. You can play them as a long or as a short, whatever is your game. So that's not something I want to get into right now. I made a video about it some weeks ago, so you can look at that. But I'm going to call the levels, and then I'm going to say if I'm going to play it or not. And you can follow me on Twitter. So there's full accountability on my Twitter account, and you can see what I'm doing with the levels that I give you right now. So this XPEF, yeah, this is the move that you want for XPEF. So I had a hard time here after these big, insane jumps that it had a few weeks ago, a few months ago even, then just grinding down. This did look very good, and then this is what we saw a few days back, 2 weeks ago, and now it's above its 50 moving average, which is the blue line here. The yellow line is the 20, and the green one is the 9. So this is a level for you all day long. 31.39, 31.50. I'm going to call 31.50, of course, because what you see right now is live movement. It opened here at 32.12, and it's now 33.80. That's going to be a runner today. So for now, this is a level, of course, is 32.92. This is always a level, 31.50. This is a real dip here. Actually with some volume, so don't know what's going on here. So I'm just going to call 30 the even number on XPEF as support, just under that real dip that it got here, and then this is happening now. So you really want to see this 31.50 holding right now, and this 30, and now it's trying to get above 33. 34, I'm sorry, and look at this, 33.95, 33.70. Yeah, on XPEF around 34 for now is, of course, some kind of a level here, but This is now happening now pre-market on the 5 minutes. So these are all higher lows, but the volume is not great. So I'm not going to trade this one pre-market for obvious reasons. This one can move $1.84 in a day on average. You see all these highs here. So this 35-ish is an area of resistance. I'm going to say an area of resistance. And when I say an area of resistance, then you know it is a purple line. So it has to break that 34 now and then cannot go all the way up to this purple line, which is an area of resistance, not exactly a level of resistance, but an area. It's a young stock, of course. Do you say that, young? Recently IPO, okay. So that's XPEF for you. BKM, good morning. Joshua Snow, any thoughts on Seal? I'm going to put it on my watch list. So let's look at our own watch lists. Some of those ticker names I really know. Some of those ticker names I gave you in my tweet this morning. Favorites. These are my favorites. Favorites of the day. Well, we played VTNR on Friday. That was a nice move. And someone asked me on Twitter. Don't remember who that was, but I think you will be watching today. This has to be a green one. So VTNR, boom. They asked me, this is 1090. Doesn't seem to hold at 1090. So this is a big move. What you want to see right now is that what you don't want to see, and what happens a lot of times is that something like this happens. So this is not a real trend line, of course, but just a big move up and then just it's fading during the pre-market. And then if it's holding VWAP like this here, try to do holding VWAP right now, but it's still early days, then you might just consider using this 1090 as a break to the upside. If you are a breakout trader. Other levels, well, you tell me. This one is, of course, another level, 867 right now. You don't want it to. You want to see this 867 holding right now, and well, just there are no other levels really to hold on to, because look at this. So this can easily drop down and fade away, or can catch up and really on price action. It's just going to be maybe another play today. I say maybe all the time, but that's because just this show is for information purposes only. Okay, guys, did anybody hit that like already? Anybody? AMC, we talked about AMC, BKM. OP in the house. CMG, I think CMG is on the watch list. Is it not? Is it not? Is it not? Is it not? It is not on the watch list. So CMG is on the watch list. Just going to move on with Lizzie. This is Lizzie. Ooh, these are the tickers on Lizzie. Ticks, I have to say. Okay, so this is opening for Lizzie. This blue one. This is the open for Lizzie. Just down to post-market open, and now having a lot of trouble holding that also. So if I'm not mistaken, Lizzie has earnings. There's still some earnings this week. So this is, well, this is just typical. Big move on, this was Wednesday, I think. And then it's consolidation station here. And if you see something like this happening, if you want to call it a flag or not, if you see a stock that went up like this and then is just catching its breath in consolidation station, just staying there, just hanging out, you call it whatever you want it, then you know that eventually something's got to give, which is a great smoothie, by the way. So this 50 moving average right here seems to be some kind of support. Tried to here and now here on Friday also used this as support. So 631 to the downside certainly is support. And then you have these two highs here for day trading. This is just might be a great day for Lizzie. If you want to short this one, you have to look up if it's hard to borrow or not. I'm not sure really, but on Lizzie, this is just one to keep on the watch list because it's just what I told you, consolidation station, hanging out there, taking a breath, whatever you call it. This is something that you, after big moves like this, then if something like this happens, then you always want to have this one on your watch list. So everything above 1739, of course, all the way to 802 is a nice play, and you want to see this 631 holding because it's now the 50 moving average, and then to the downside 591. If you want to short this, then there's not a lot of room because this is your next resistance level. So Lizzie definitely play today, I think. Michael de Vries, good morning. Okay, everybody's really excited and showing their cards to me. So let's do some of those stickers. MDT. Oops. Moves not only $1.90, so not even $2 on a 127.37 stop for day trading. This is just might be difficult. You don't like these wicks, you like that this is support, and you like that this is also some kind of support. It looks like it is anyway. This is a $3 move in 1 hour, so you can make some money here, of course, when you are in this move. If you look at this at the weekly, then you might just say, okay, this is just trading nicely with higher highs and higher lows to the top. Just looks very steady on a weekly. And this is just another little drop. And then after this, it will just pick up some steam to the upsides. But this is a this is a difficult one because there is 1.3 billion float. Traded 5.6 million only. on a day. So this is a hard one for MDT. As a day trader, I am not really enthusiastic about this one, but if you are a swing trader, then you really need to see this 126.65-ish. This has to be some kind of support right now if you want to see the upsides to this one. And then the next big level here is 129.19. And then we also got ESO. Autozone. Well, it did hold this moving average here, so all the way down, and tried to really hold on to its 50 moving average right here. And now this wasn't even support, but it looks like to me that this is resistance right now. So this would be your level for ESO 1427. And you really have to look out for people who want to short this right now, because everybody sees this. Everybody sees that this is really resistance right now, 1427, and then you can play this one all the way down again on Autozone. So if you want to be bullish on this one, 1427 is the level. And please watch out for this one, because it just might trickle down after it tries at least once or twice, and maybe you can count this one also to get above its 50 moving average, and it doesn't. So really difficult one to trade. I'm not going to trade that one. Seal, also on the not on a watch list, but in the chat. So Seal, this is Seal. The opposite of what we just saw. It's very small stock, $3.08. We played this one in the $4 range. At least we looked at this one. So this is now Seal doing not so great, to say the least. So you're fighting the trend right now here. You're counting on any time frame. If this happens and then it just hovers there, then, well, normally this is just building to go down. In the 9 out of 10 cases, when you see on any time frame this happening, and then it stays here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, then let's say the $3 mark is your support. So 9 out of 10 cases, this one drops down to this $2.42 level, but 9 out of 10 times, but you just might be in this one just as it's on a moment that it just gets above 335 and gets some momentum going. So you really want to see a momentum, and if it just stays here, then it's just a 35-cent play on a $3 stock. You can day trade that, of course, but I don't want to day trade anything which I cannot see clearly any levels to, so it might be a feeware play. So 35 cents on a $3 stock is 10% gain on a stock, so it's still something that you want to look at. I can get that there's no volume whatsoever right now, so Ideally for me, this one has to go down to $3 and then play to the upside like Neo did. That's one that I showed you in the beginning of the show. CMG. Daily on CMG, just trying to pick up some steam here, but this red one is a 200 moving average, the SME in my case. So this tries to get above that. Will it or will it not today? 200 and the 20 are crossing right here, so this just might be an area of resistance. So I'm gonna say this is a pink one. This is an area of resistance. Look at this on market volume, and if it's, you really want to see this 9 EMA holding, because it tried or did 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. So if it's not holding its 9 EMA, then you're in trouble. So if you are watching this live, then hit a like. And if you are watching this when having a cup of coffee and thinking, what's this fellow doing up so early? You are watching the Early Bird Show. It is 10:30 in Amsterdam. It's 4:30 Eastern Time. We are doing this big watch list. We only covered 2, 3, 4-ish stocks. So I'm going to do all the stocks now in the next 15 minutes, and then I'm going to look at some things from the chat. So after 15 minutes, a quarter to 11 and a quarter to 5 Eastern Time, then I'm going to do some tickers from the chat. So don't put them in right now, but I will scream for them, and then you can put them in if you want to. No, I don't trade crypto. Thank heaven. I'm just this real conservative guy. So what I do, I trade. I'm a day trader. I'm an investor in European stocks, not in American stocks. Just the European stocks. Why? Because I know European stocks better, and I know the European market better. I have a better feeling for that. So, and I'm day trading American stocks because I want to have a good night's sleep, and I have a risk-reward ratio of 1.123, and I have a risk unit of 1% on my total capital. So I'm not making more than something between 5 and 15 trades a day. That's it. My risk-reward ratio is 1 to 3, and my risk and my accuracy was in May 59%, which is very, very, very high. It's the highest this year. Normally it's a little bit lower. So you can do the math. I'm a professional trader. This is what I do. I don't do anything else. SOS. You looked at SOS in Friday show. So I'm going to do all the tickers from the watch list right now, and then I'm going to do some tickers from the chat. So I'm going to call for that, and then you can put them in. In the meanwhile, if you know what my game is here and you are just thinking, okay, what should I do right now? Then you just can hit that like button. And even if you're not looking at this live, but if you're watching this, having your morning coffee, just press that like button, subscribe button. It's a real big deal for Benzinga. Not so much for me, but a real big thing for Benzinga. So please do this for Benzinga. The channel is getting bigger and bigger, and we want to grow this stock, this channel. And we want to do more shows on a day, even more than we do now. More. We want to do 24/7 shows on this channel. So that would just be amazing. But we need the likes and we need the subscribes. So this is SOS on a Friday. It really could not hold that 380, and I think I hoped. It's really stupid to hope if you're a day trader, because you have to look at the technicals. I thought that it would really take out this 380. It did not. It's now just having a lot of trouble here. So on SOS 333, 380 are still the levels. AMD. Okay, this is AMD, and we know what's going on here because we looked at this one. So big pop up, then down, and then just trying to get above this level again of this 8150. Did not hold that one, so there is your next line in the sand as resistance. Really can make a big move all the way to its 200 SME here. So 84.05 will be a nice target. It can move $2.27, but when on a day like this, it's just a great stock. AMD is known, no, not known, is in the habit of, no, it's not in the habit of. AMD is something that you can trade technically very well. And what I mean by that the levels that are in this one are almost, I have to say almost everything, every time when I play this one, almost every time right. So I have to be very precise. 79.57 is really support. It's now trading at 81.10, so it just, as a reverse long player, I am not afraid to watch this one go down all the way to maybe even 79.57, but these two, this is pre-market open. This blue line here this is also a level, of course, and this post-market close. To play this one to the downside, not to play this one, to watch this one to ticks one of those levels. This one, or even this one, and then just play it back up to the top as a reversal long. You can also play the breakout. So this is now pre-market high 81.20, and you can play the breakout if that's your game, and then you can play this one to, what did we say, 84-ish. Did we say 84? We said 84. Zoom. Look at this. I played this one in May, I think, in this period here between March and June in 2020, because these are the levels that I drew then. Unbelievable. So this is Zoom in just before COVID, and then everybody started zooming, get all the way up to 594. Should have invested in Zoom. That's what you think when you see something like that, but that's all in hindsight. That's just the only thing that I don't like on a Benzinga news channel is what if I put $1,000 in? Well, that's just, I don't like that story. Those stories. Can I say that? Yeah, we can say anything on Benzinga. This is the daily Zoom, so it really, I thought that it would go all the way back here, but well, tipped the 200 and then got up again and then lost it here. But somehow people are believing in Zoom as something that will stay here forever, and I think it will. But as a day trader, I have to see if there's something in this one. As a day trade, it can move $12 a day, so that's good for a 333 stock. So this 225 level, 325 level might just be some kind of support here, but what really sticks out, of course, is are these two highs here. So 336 is resistance for now, and if it breaks that resistance, then I can see this one go all the way to 1, 2, 3-ish. I can see this one go to 342.14 for ZM. Advanced auto parts, just the kind of play that I want to see if you. So it went up all the way up since the beginning of the year on a nice, real nice trend line here, and then this reached the top here and then just faded. And I want to be the first one to see this one go back up, and this just might be the case right here, right now, right here. So it's now touching its 50 moving average line here. So it has to break that in order to play this one to the upside, but the next resistance is very close, 190, 192.73. So be careful on ZM Zoom. Zoom has earnings this week, I think. Then BNS. Wow. Oh, no wow. No volume. BNS, but this is also wow. Look at this. Bank of Nova Scotia. Look at this. What's happening there on that? In that bank. So as a day trade, this one is difficult because, well, there are no levels here, and but there are there's movement in both markets and pre-markets, so I'm going to call 68.11. A break above 68.11 is a new break of highs, and then play it to the upside. And you want this 67.28 to be a level. This is pre-market open. This looks like a real big move, but with no volume, so this is BNS for you. Then Hewlett and Packard's, this one for real, HPE. A lot of nothingness here. So going up, going up, going up, and then just nothing. So 1560 is the level that you really want to see. And then, of course, this 1580 also. And then on the upside, there are these green and yellow who try to cross right now for if you're a swing trader, and then you have to watch that. And 1615 is also a level on Hewlett and Packard, HPE. STNE. You see what I'm looking at right now, tries to 1, 2, 3 times to get above its 200 SME. And if it does, then it can take you all the way to 70-ish. It can move $2.40 on a day. On average, float is 308 million. And well, you want to see this one holding this 65.58 level, don't you? At least. And if not, then there's another level here, 64.50-ish on STNE. CTIC, a small one. No volume whatsoever. But this one also wants to go, having trouble to get past its 50 moving average. So if you want to play these small ones, then yellow and green are almost now crossing here. For if you're a swing trader, this is 236, this is 252. This one has to hold, and this 252 is for the breakout above 50 moving average. And then right here, there's another level at 260. 1, 2, 3 times at least. 258. And then to 274. So that's not a lot of room, but it's a small stock. And if you can make 25 cents on a $2 stock, then you have bingo. And bingo is the next stock. Bingo also wants to get above that 625, 641 level. I'm sorry. This one, this is the 50 moving average right here for bingo. And then you want 585 holding here. So it really tries to get up. Has a lot of trouble every time it reaches a level. So it is an interesting play on days like this. ASND. So this is going up, going down, going up again, but not as much as you want to see. And then really, really, really stuck here. So it's not a favorite of mine, I think, today, but let's say 133.50 and those highs here. Now you're just guessing. Now I'm just guessing. Did you see that? Did you see how I just not thought I have to draw a line and then I'm just guessing something? That's not good. So might just go back here to this spot here at 131, or even all the way back to this 126. Not today. This is just not something that you want to see on any stock. This. I think it's a hard play for a day trade, but I don't want to see anything below 133.50. So this one really has to hold for long, and then if these two levels also pre-market open and post-market close, not a favorite today. So 4 more. NXE. This one really wants to go up, down, up, but not with a high, but with a lower high compared to this high. And now just, is this still a trend up, or is it difficult? difficult is good sometimes. So if it breaks this high here, then you have a new high. And you just want to see something like this happen. So if it breaks this 485 and breaks to this high, and then you have a new higher high, and that's exactly the moment that you want to get in this one. If you're a breakout trader, if you want to see the downside a little bit first before you get in this one, then 443 would be a level. This is just ridiculous spread, of course. Don't look at that right now because there's no volume. And maybe 433 also is some kind of an indication that that will be a level. PVH. Also no volume whatsoever right now, so 112.78. Post-market and pre-market are just aligning, so it is always stronger than when they are not. And this is what you see on a daily, also something similar to what we saw just on NXE. Here making a higher high compared to this one, so you really have to look at this, and then doesn't make a new higher high here. So this high here is not higher than this high here. So this is a lower high. So you think, okay, this one's going back down. So now you have some wiggle room, and you want to see this one. Okay, so this compared to this one, this is also going to be a new higher high. So 117.91 is now a level that I'm watching, and then it really has to hold 116.59. NTAP grinding up, slowly grinding up. Can move $2 in a day, which is enough normally. So these are the two levels. Has to hold its 9 EMA with 70.85, or this one it's 20 EMA 77.73, and then you can play this one all the way back up here to 80.66. But you really want to see the 70.95 breaking also before it gets there. So that's NTAP, and then let's. What happened here? So this is Let's on Friday. Okay, yeah. This is Let's on Friday. Gave a lot of that move back. So you want to see if it can get there again. So that's just a big order, of course. So won't be looking at 1826, but you will be looking at this low here, 942. I'm going to say price action on Let's. That was the watch list, guys, for today. So now I'm asking you, put in your tickets if you want to, because I'm going to do some tickets. We have still 6 minutes left. And while you put in your tickets, just looking at some news. No, nothing happening right now. You're welcome, Dola. Please hit the like button if you really. So let's do some tickers and Ferntex Energy. What's that? What is Ferntex Energy? You have to give me the ticker roll because I can't find the ticker. So anyone else? Fef. Fef. Played Fef here at the 24 level. You want to see this 961 holding, I think. And then this is another level here around 908. And then, of course, for the break here, I think that OP says that this has a great short interest. So you might get a squeeze out of this if you play this 1080. MT Ramon. Okay. This is MT, MT, MT. So did real great. Look at this. Nice move. The stock that I just called was FUV, F-U-V, Patrick. ArcelorMittal, of course, the basic materials were strong during the last few weeks and during beginning of the year, just from 673. Look at this. Oh, this is 2020. I'm sorry. This is the monthly. On a weekly, this is just so strong. Gap up here, so you don't want a gap close to the downside if you're a long player. And so 31.97 is really a level that you want to see. Oh, this just. And you want to see a break of this high, of course, here. So two levels for ArcelorMittal MT are 31.97, 33.98. So you can also say 32 and 34. So it's 11 o'clock. I don't see any other tickets coming in, so that's the early bird show for today, guys. We have this big old watch list that we looked at, and I'm just gonna scan the what's happening right now in pre-markets. VTNR is the biggest mover right now. You talked about VTNR, and the most volume is right now AMC, but not above its original peak here. So 29.80 will be some kind of a level, I think. Hoods SNDL is always here in pre-market. VTNR, we talked about that one. NAKD, you might watch it. NEO also. So look at the 40 level. So a lot of is going on. If you're going to trade today, have a good day. Happy trading. And if you want to see what I am doing with all the levels that I gave you, please follow me on Twitter. And then I will tell you during the day. Be sure that you trade safe and be aware that this show is for information purposes only, as you know. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel.